How to pass your funding account. Okay, if you like me, you know how to trade, but you're really not passing the account. What was I able to do the last 4 or 5 months? I've been trading funding accounts. Literally wasn't passing them. Was in them for way too long, and again, still wasn't passing them. Within literally 10 days, I literally was able to change that. Was able to pass the account, and I'm telling you what I literally did. I'm gonna break this video up in 3 different ways. It's gonna be risk management, strategy. Like if you don't have a strategy, execute your strategy, and then psychology. But this one's gonna be mainly focused on risk management for the people who know how to trade. I was in this rut or this cycle of I know how to trade. I know what liquidity is. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I still can't pass the account. Why is that? And for me, it was my risk management. So if anything, if you was told like me, I was told that you supposed to risk 0.5%. And I started risking 0.5%. And I realized since the way I kind of trade, I'm a scalper, it's not really, I only get like 1 to 1 to 1 to 2s. Somewhere up in there, 1 to 2s, 1 to 1.5, somewhere up in there. And when I was risking 0.5%, you don't think about it in real time. You think you're being conservative, you're being smart. You're having to trade more mathematically. You're having to trade more when you're risking less. Meaning that's giving myself way more errors, more times of me being wrong than right, because I'm gonna have to take more trades. When you think about it, if I put more on my trade, on A plus trades, I'm actually going to be de-risking myself just automatically because I'm in the market less. So literally, I'm gonna go back in the charts, show you what I'm talking about. But let's just look at it from a numbers perspective. My first trade, again, I'm not doing 0.5% no more. I'm doing like 1%. Like this is a 50K account, so this is about 1%, 1.2. That's kind of in the ballpark I was in, 1.5, and that was my initial risk. And then if you stay for the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you what's so beautiful about this as well. So my initial risk was about 1.5, in that range, going for that 2% or 1%, or excuse me, that 2%. So I'm risking $600, $800, and I'm going for 1,200, something like that, 1,200, 1,000, somewhere up in there. You can see I lost my first trade. So boom, lost first trade. Didn't give up on the strategy. Was able to continue to really hone in. Say okay, it's cool. I'm okay with risking this amount, and tell yourself you're okay with losing the account. Stop acting like these are prestigious accounts. Just grab another one. Like you lose it, it's cool. I literally put like $100 to the side. I was like, okay, cool. If I lose this account, I'm going right back in there, and I don't care. Like I know I need to do my risk higher. If I lose this account, it's cool. You gotta tell yourself it's cool. Like just let it go. Like it's cool. Let go your ego and bruises and all that stuff like that. Let it go. So lost the first trade, and you can see so we have 49,300, and you can see the very next trade of the next day, 1K, right? So that's 1K right there, which is at 2%. So you're risking about 1.4 or 1.3, and then getting 2%. No trade, whatever, a holiday, all that good stuff. Went from 50,200 to, again, what is that? That's another 1K, which is 2%. So you can see that I'm risking heavy, but I'm trading less. No trade, I'm trading less. But when I do trade, it's a big trade. There we go again. 51, 52. So that's about 800. So nothing crazy. I mean, still close to 2%. And I was able to close out the trade and stuff like that. So I was done for the day. No trade. Again, when I do trade, boom, 52, going for 1,200. Then that's that 1,200 that we saw again. Some of these trades are literally documented on the channel. You can go back and look at them. What I'm doing is the same exact trades I would take 7 or 5 months ago. I'm just putting way more on them, and that's able to trade less and be able to pass the account, which I haven't. I mean, tell me if I'm tripping, but I was able to pass the account for like 5 months. Started doing like this, and I passed in 10 days. Like, yeah, it's something, something's to this, or at least for me, or at least this has worked for me, and I want this. Hopefully, this really helping people. Now I'm going to show you the trades, the idea of thinking like this on the chart. So I got it loaded up for you. I literally had this trade posted on the channel. You can go back and look at. I don't want to talk about strategy. I just want to talk about literally the idea mathematically. All right, this used to be 0.5%. I was done with that. I told you I'm risking about that much, which is 1.5, 1%, 1.5, 1%, and I'm going for like that 2%, right? In this case, and this is 2% up in this range. When you doing it like this, I can trade less, and then also so let's just go back. So 800. So let's map it out. So I'm risking 24. So 24, that's $800 trade right there, right? Now I moved it up a little bit. I was like, okay, if we hit this trade, I literally did two cons or two cons and big NAS on 50K account. That's, I'm telling you, that's risking a lot more. And at the trade they play out here, this is where it'd be different. Where if I was risking only 0.5%, right, this would only be like a $600, $700 trade. The problem with that is then I would, me personally, after winning $600 or $650, I would then try to trade again. When I try to trade again, I then put myself in more risk because think about it, I'm not up 2%. I'm only up 1%. So I'm over here trying to trade. Maybe I'm trying to look for another trade, something like that. You putting yourself back. I'm putting myself back into this environment. I don't know if this trade's gonna hit. I don't know, is it less probability? I don't know. All X, Y, and Z. And I'm able now. I may lose that that 1% that I got because I risked so little. But with me getting that 2% or going for that 2%, going for 800, 1,000, 2%, whatever the case, I'm so mentally satisfied with that because I'm like, if I just do that tomorrow or the next day, I'm covered. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I'm covered for the week. I have to be mathematically because I got 2% in one trade. So I'm able to trade less, and that's what the biggest thing that I'm trying to get to you. I'm trading less, but when I see myself, I'm putting more on there. And last thing that I will say about this, if this is not getting through your head, this should get through your head for the people who are conservative, who want to be conservative but still be smart. If I'm risking 800, right? In real time, I'm telling you what I did in real life. I'm telling you, you can go back and look at the video. I did this literally. I'm risking 800, right? So I'm going for 1,200. I'm risking 800. Mathematically, this makes sense, right? You're probably like, okay, well, 800 is a lot. Yeah, it is. But I'm going for 1,200. I'm not always going to be staying in the same risk. When this candle, remember, I got in right here, right? This inversion for Vega, all the good stuff, blah, blah. We're not going to talk about strategy. But I got to show you what I was looking at in real time. I got in on this candle. This candle printed, right? This candle printed. Time out. When this candle printed and this candle printed in real time, it hasn't hit TP yet. I'm not keeping this risk at 800. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I was risking 800, but I'm not risking 800 no more. You know what I'm saying? Because that candle printed, or this candle printed. So, like I said, my trades up in here and business profit. If it comes back down in what way I trade, if it comes back down, it's cool. But it won't be an $800 loss. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course, obviously kept going up and hit TP. And then when this candle print, like, ain't got in this area right here, it was at break even. So so I'm basically trailing my stop loss, decreasing my risk the entire time. My point being saying, the way that I trade, this is kind of the extra way the way I looked at it was like, your initial risk, yes, would be 800 or it'd be a lot, but the idea is once I can't get my jump back. Once the trade starts playing in favor, this starts turning into like a 2.5 trade, a 3R trade over time. Like I said, not every single time, as you can clearly see, right? Took a loss right there. But over time, these trades that I was winning, most majority of these times, if not all of these trades, were like this. As in, at some point in the trade, it's not even a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-0.5. It's like a 3R because I was able to move my stop loss in a good safe spot where it shouldn't come back down to me. That is the way that I feel like this was helping me on my psychology and putting more on it. And then last thing I will say this, and someone else, I saw this in a video, it makes so much sense to me. If you trading 0.5% and you're in the account for a month and it takes you a month to pass it, right? You got to think about once you get over that hump and you do pass it, think about on the payout side. Think about how long it's going to take you to get a payout. Think how big your payout is going to be. You know what I'm saying? For the work that you're putting in, you want a good, decent side payout. And if it's taking you a month to be able to get a decent payout or, to make 3% or 6%, whatever the case be is, there's nothing wrong with that. But the idea is, well, I wouldn't say there's something wrong with it, but when you start thinking about it like this, it's kind of like you're leaving so much room on the table and you putting so much more time into something that you don't have to. And I think that's something I had to look back and think about. Like, you don't need to put that much time into it, y'all. Like it's like a human nature thing. I feel like if I'm putting more time into it, that I'm really taking more of a safe approach to it and really showing that I care about it. And mentally it makes sense, but logically and looking at the numbers, it's like you can just risk a lot more, trade less, and be done with it. Literally. And actually, if you're trading less, I feel like you are being way more smart and being more less what's I'm looking for? You being less manipulative in the trades because you're trading less. Did this trade and I don't see this, I didn't see this. I went back and joined my day. And then, and here's the thing, and here's the caveat I'm be done with training. People, this is just 150K account. I just want to prove it to myself, all the good stuff. Nothing crazy. We're going to try to do more. I just need to prove it to myself before I start getting more capital. People are doing this same idea, of course, with 5 accounts and 6 accounts and 10 accounts and all these accounts and stuff like that. They're doing the exact same thing. So just imagine you doing this with multiple accounts. So this is literally, I know this is literally all I need to do. So I'm not trying to, trick anything. I'm not trying to, retool anything. I just know I need to do this, which is more capital. So that's what I'm kind of focusing on. But like I said, I hope this video helps. I hope these people help think about the risk management part of it. And yeah, that's all I can really say, because that part, I was stuck for that part in months. My gosh, I was stuck in that part in months. So hope this video helps. Hope this really resonate with someone. And yeah, hope it helps.